Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Balboa Park. Many of us were here this weekend for the City of San Diego's hallmark holiday tradition, Balboa Park's December Nights. And now I'm returning to give San Diego a holiday gift, new trams for our park. Some kids may ask for toy trains for Christmas, and I'm giving you a real one right here behind you. We all know that these trams were promised many months ago. And it's my privilege to be here today with Andy Field, our Park and Recreation Director, and our friends from ACE, specifically Steve Burton, to launch our new tram system and to take the inaugural ride. There may have been some controversy about previous competing plans for the Plaza de Panama, but one thing everyone can agree on is that Balboa Park is our city's crown jewel, and making sure that every San Diegan and every visitor has access, easy access to the center of the park must be a priority. Our new trams will make that possible. Starting right here, the trams will begin operating from 9 a.m. every day and run in a continuous loop across Park Boulevard, along President's Way, and up to the Plaza de Panama and back. The last pickup here is at 5:45 p.m. daily. The loop takes about 10 to 15 minutes, so there's great frequency and consistency in the system. And the most important part, did I mention that it's free? It is that. It is free. And I actually learned a few days ago from someone who dug up a brochure from Balboa Park's advertising Balboa Park's tram system in 1935 that the rides at that time were 10 cents each. So the prices have actually come down since 1935, ladies and gentlemen. You're welcome. As we launch this today, I want the public to note that the route is a bit of a work in progress. We may be adding a stop in the lot just on the other side of Park Boulevard so that we're picking up close to a large reservoir of parking over there. There also may be some changes in the Palisades area near the Hall of Champions and the Air and Space Museum to improve visitor experience. But the service is fully operational now. So San Diegans, come by the park at Inspiration Point, ride comfortably to see the holiday decorations, see the Grinch at the Old Globe, and know that the city will continue its investment in our wonderful park. I want to take the opportunity to remind San Diegans that the Cabrillo Bridge at the west end of the park will be undergo retrofits by Caltrans in the new year. So starting January 2nd, the bridge will only be accessible for pedestrians and bicyclists while that construction work is happening. That's a public service message for all of you. I hope you take that back to your constituencies. Now to learn a bit more about this project, I'd like to introduce Andy Field, the City of San Diego's Park and Recreation Director. Andy?
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. It's a great day to be here in Balboa Park, a nice, beautiful, sunny day. It's with great pride that I note Mayor Gloria's commitment to our city's park system to make it as best as it can be. And this is a momentous day for us to have these trams fully functional and operational. We want to note in particular that these trams are fully accessible, which means that anybody can get on board the tram, and there's availability for people of all accessibilities and abilities to be able to get onto the tram and use it, which is a great improvement. As noted by the mayor, these trams will carry us here from Tram Central over to the Plaza de Panama and then loop back. Be able to get to some key access points, including the central area museums, drop off right by the Mingay Museum, and then go over to the Prado restaurant for lunch. The Plaza stop is also close to the Old Globe Theater, Museum of Man, and the Museum of Art. Very, very central, very easy to get around. We're anticipating nice, fast, frequent trips, and we're also looking for the trams to carry as many as 72 people on each of these trams per day, and they're open air, so it allows for on these nice sunny days for the warm air to come in, and then on days when it's raining, there's the ability to drop down the shutters. You'll be able to see that when we take our first inaugural ride. And there's even some enclosed ones, like the one in the back, that actually has shelter from the elements and from the weather. The trailer towed units can each seat about 28 people. And when we put together our order, we also wanted to make sure that we had this weatherproofing in order to ensure that everybody could be able to enjoy their ride without having to worry about being in a car all the way there. So they can conveniently park here at Tram Central, here in the Inspiration Point parking lot, in any kind of weather, and then take it into down into the central part of the park. And this will help eliminate the need for people to hunt around for parking, which I know is a common feature that happens down in the central part of the park. So with that, we're very, very thankful and grateful for the partners we have in Specialty Vehicles Incorporated for fabricating these trams, and then also having a local firm come in and operate them in the form of Ace Parking. And of course, it takes a village to make these things happen. So I'd like to also mention and acknowledge some dedicated city staff that have helped to make this a reality. In Park and Recreation Department, we have our Deputy Director, Kathleen Hasenauer, and then our Operations Manager in the park, Bruce Martinez, as well as our Asset Manager, Charlie Daniels, Senior Park Ranger, Ryan Robertson, Ranger John Anderson, our Horticulturist, Mario Llanos, and Larry McElroy from the citywide maintenance crew. In Purchasing and Contracting Department, we had great assistance from Dennis Kakunga, the director of that department, as well as Pam Glover and Karen Wolf, some of the buyers there. The Transportation Stormwater Department assisted with making the central area of the tram stop a reality and creating the turnaround, so we thank Walter Geffram and John Helminski from that department for their assistance. And then also Kareem Carlock and Dan Wolford from the Public Works Department for their assistance too. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Steve Burton to talk about the operations from Ace Parking. So Steve?
Thank you. Hi, I'm Steve Burton, president of Ace Parking. Ace Parking is a institution in San Diego, and we are very, very proud to partner. We are very, very proud to partner with the City of San Diego and the Park and Recs and provide this beautiful tram service for the citizens and visitors to Balboa Park. Most people think of us as a parking company, but we also do a lot of transportation, and we see this as a great opportunity to bring our customer service levels and driver specialties to this beautiful park and to the tram service. With that, we're ready to roll and have a nice ride on that shuttle and tram. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Andy. Thank you, Steve. As you can see, when we all work together, we can get a lot of great things done. I'm glad that we're here today. I also want to just point out our Assistant Chief Operating Officer, Stacy LaMedica, our former Park and Rec Director, who is jumping on that tram right now because she's that excited about this. Stacy also worked really hard on this project. And we're also joined today by a number of our friends who are from many of the Balboa Park organizations and institutions. I think we may see a few more along the route today. So speaking of the route, why don't we go try it out? And so I'll see you on there for the inaugural ride.